Okay, we're gonna start now. Mobility and core. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna start with some cat-cows. So we're working on flexion and extension through the lower back up into the mid-back. So I'm gonna have you get your knees right underneath your hips and your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And from here, we're gonna have you go into extension. So spinal extension, you're gonna think your belly button sinking towards the floor. And then we're gonna open up and go into flexion and really feel like you're hollowing out your rib cage here. Getting a nice stretch in your upper back as you do that. And then we're gonna repeat. We're gonna do that 2 more times, nice, slow, and controlled. Take your time through these. Make sure you're breathing. We'll do 1 more. Good, we're gonna stay in that same position and we're gonna do a quadruped Superman. So we're really working on extending our leg out using our glute and then activating our upper back as we run through this. So same position as you were for the cat-cow, but now I'm gonna extend my left leg and right arm at the same time and squeeze and hold for 1 second. Come right back and switch. Hold for 1 second. And I'm gonna have you go at your own pace, nice, slow, and controlled. I want you to really feel like you're squeezing your upper back as you're extending your arm and squeezing your glute as you're extending your leg. Wherever you're at, we're gonna do 3 more at the same pace that you're on. Really feel your glute working here. Good. Last activity, and we're going to roll through these again, so don't worry, you're going to get another chance, is we're going to do a shoulder mobility activity. So you're going to go all the way down on your stomach, okay, chin tucked, so you're not here, okay, chin is tucked, and you're going to raise your chest slightly off the ground. You're going to put your hands behind your back. And then from here, you're going to open up and bring your hands in a big circle. And then put your hands behind your head. And then go back up and around the circle, back behind your back. Really working on mobilizing the shoulder, which sometimes we forget about. Doing this, it's called prehab, to hope that you don't have to get into a rehab if you keep your shoulders strong and healthy. Wherever you're at, we're going to do 2 more. Last one. Okay, we're going to go back to the cat-cow. And we should feel like we're building in our mobility here. So your second set, you should feel like, okay, I'm getting my spine comfortably through flexion and extension and really getting hollowed out here in this top position. Squeezing your rib cage there, and then when you go down into flexion, you're driving that belly button towards the ground. Nice, slow, and controlled, doing them on your own pace. Wherever you're at, we're gonna do 2 more. This is a great exercise to relieve tightness and tension in the low back, so in the lumbar spine. So if you're tight down there in your low back, this is a good activity and a low risk activity to kind of just move your spine gently through flexion and extension. Good. Okay, we're going to go into the quadruped Superman next. Again, same starting position. Extend, squeeze your butt, and then opposite arm, really squeezing at the top. Nice, slow, and controlled. You should feel your glute activating. You should feel your shoulder activating as you reach. Wherever you're at, we're going to do 2 more. And good. Okay, we're going to go back into our shoulder circles. Okay, we'll do 1 more round there. on your stomach. Knee, chest up slightly, chin tucked, hands behind your head. Big circles, slow. Hands behind your back. And repeat. Good. Wherever you're at, we're going to do 2 more. Good. And rest there. Okay, we're going to get into the core portion of this session. We're going to start with the single leg glute bridge. If you are trying these and you're like, single leg's not going to work, you, by all means do a double leg. The single leg is going to really focus in on that one side so that it has to lift your weight up and down. Again, depends on where you're at. So if you want to do double, go ahead and do double, okay? We're going to lay on our back, knees bent. The leg that's up can be slightly bent. And then from here, head is back. You're going to press up and hopefully get a straight line from your knee all the way down to your shoulder. You should feel your glute on and then slowly lower. And if your hamstring cramps or your glute cramps, you're going to go to 2 legs. I think this should be fine though. It's unloaded. We're only going to do 3 more on this side. Slight pause on top and think to yourself, count yourself down 3, 2, 1 as you're running down. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and switch sides. We'll do the same thing. You're going to go to 6. So pressing up. Nice straight line from your knee to your shoulder. And then slowly lower, going to 6. Okay, and after you finish your 6, we're going to go into a hollow hold. This one can be scaled in different ways. The straighter your legs are, the harder it's going to be. So you're going to start here, back flat. You're going to tilt your pelvis towards your face. So you're taking away the space between your back and the floor. Head flat on the ground to start, arms overhead. We're going to raise up, shoulders off the ground, driving the lower back flat into the ground. The straighter my legs are, the harder it's going to be. You're going to find something that works for you. If you can't put your arms overhead, that's okay. You can leave them here. Okay, up to you. We're going to hold this position for another 20 seconds, so 30 seconds in total. It should feel like the first 10 seconds, pretty easy. Second 10 seconds, getting harder. Last 10 seconds, you really got to hold on to it, okay? Driving that lower back nice and flat into the ground. You got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next we have a roll-up, which is really just a way of saying a slow sit-up, if you can do one, okay? So you're going to start here with your feet flat, knees bent. Arms at your side is fine. You go overhead as well. All I want you to do is slowly press yourself up into a seated position. Arms up overhead, and then we're going to go down super slow. So I'm counting myself down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm now at the bottom. Now I'm going to go up again. So nice and slow on my sit-up. Rolling vertebra by vertebra on the way up. Getting up into the seated position, arms overhead. And then count myself down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do one more. And we're up, super slow and controlled. Arms up overhead. Good. I think I lost my video. I'm going to get it back for you here in a second. 1 second, please. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and rest there. I'm going to figure out the video for you guys. It's back. Okay. We didn't miss anything, so good. Okay. That was a transition for us anyway. We're going to go right back into our single leg glute bridge. So we'll start there. We're going to do 6 per side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Nice, slow and controlled head back. Make sure you keep your heel in the ground, your entire foot in the ground. Don't come out on your toe. After 6 on one leg, go ahead and switch. And we'll do 6 on the other. Really squeeze on top. Good. After you finish your 6, you're going to get into the hollow position that you did on round 1. Make sure this is still working. Perfect. Okay. Hollow position again. Legs straight is harder. Legs bent is easier. Find what works for you, and we're going to hold for 30 seconds. Here we go. And we're on. Drive the lower back in the ground. First 10 seconds should be no problem. Second 10, getting harder. Last 10. This is pretty tough. I'm going to have to really breathe and hold on. So make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. You got 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, we're back to our roll up. So we start all the way down here, knees bent. Hands could be overhead or at your side, and you're going to sit up super slowly, driving your heels into the ground. Get up into the overhead position, and then slowly count ourselves down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going again. We're going to do 2 more. Super slow on the way up. Drop ourselves down slowly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last one. Up, nice and slow, under control, overhead, and now drop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest there. We're going to take 10 seconds to regroup a little bit, and we're going to do one more round of all that same stuff. So 6 per side of the glute bridge, a 30-second hollow hold, which we might extend to 40, and then the 3 roll-ups. Okay, and we might add a 4th. We'll see. Okay, here we go. We're on single leg glute bridge, 6 per side. Here we go. Up, squeeze, and count yourself down, slow and controlled. 2, 1. Good. After your 6, you're going to go ahead and switch sides. And here we go, switch. After your 6, we're going to find your position for your hollow hold. It'll be our last hollow hold of the day. And we're going to go for 40 seconds. So this should feel like the first 20 seconds. I think I got this. Last 20 seconds, I'm really going to have to breathe and drive my lower back into the ground for me to hold on to it. We're going to find that position in 3, 2, 1. Shoulders up off the ground. And if it's gotten harder over time, which it probably has, if you draw your knees back a little bit closer to your body, you're going to have a little bit more control, and it's going to be easier for you to last for that 40 seconds. If you feel awesome, go ahead and extend a little bit. You got 30 seconds left. Breathe and think about driving that lower back into the ground. You're halfway. Great job. Three, two, one, and relax. Great work. All right, last one of our slow roll-up. Here we go. Going up nice and slow. Drive the heels into the ground. Establish something in the overhead position, and then 8 seconds on the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 1. We're going to do 3 more. Up nice and slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. Last 2. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest there. Great job. Abs are probably burning. We're going to take about 20 seconds to let you recover. We're going to do a few more core activities. So we did a lot of flexing at the spine. So we did the hollow hold, which is holding that position. We did the roll up. We're going to do a little bit of an oblique deal here. I'm going to turn my mat this way so there's no one here in class. Okay. So we're going to find a side plank position, and we're going to work on slowly lowering and controlling ourselves as we ascend from or descend from an up position to a down position. So I want us to find that side plank. It could be on your knees, it could be here on your sides, it could be anywhere in between, knees bent, legs straight, up to you. I want you to establish this side plank. Shoulders are stacked, elbow is right underneath your shoulder, and instead of just letting yourself fall, okay, I want us to count a surfs down in 3 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, hip hits, and then I'm up again. 3, 2, 1, hip hits, up again. You can count it off yourself. Good. We're going to do 2 more. You're under tension for longer here, so 5 should feel pretty hard. 3, 2, 1, hip hits and up, and we'll go ahead and switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Elbow right underneath your shoulder, shoulder stacked, knees stacked, whatever it is, whichever way you want to do it. Here is going to be harder. Here is going to be a little bit easier. Establish that side plank. And 3, 2, 1, hip tap and up. 3, 2, 1. That's 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. We'll do 2 more. 3, 2, 1, 4. Last one. 3, 2, 1, and 5. Good. We're going to switch right back. We're not going to take any rest because we're flipping back and forth on oblique sides. Here we go. Elbow right underneath our shoulder, shoulder stacked. 3, 2, 1, and press. Good. Just show control. Establish a little bit of control as you're coming down. 2. 2 more. 4. And up. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. Elbow right underneath your shoulder. Shoulder stacked. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tap and up. 3, 2, 1. That's 2. 3, 2, 1. That's 3. We got 2 more. 3, 2, 4. Last one. 3, 2, and 5. And we're going to run through that one more time per side. Go back to the original position. Elbow right underneath your shoulder. Shoulder stacked. Hips up off the ground. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. And press. 3, 2. Make sure you're breathing. That's 2. 3. Last 2. 5. Good. Go ahead and switch. Last one here, and then we're going to foam roll. Here we go. Hips up, shoulders stacked. 3, 2, 1. Tap and go. 2, 3, 4. Last one. And 5. Great job. We'll take about 20 seconds for you to find your foam roller and relax. Grab a drink if you need one. We're going to start with foam rolling our lats. So this big muscle here that kind of is in your back, obviously, but it kind of comes in and conjoins with your rib cage there. We're going to lay on the side here, arm extended. Okay. And then from here, you're going to just roll up and down, up into that area right behind your armpit and down where it meets into your rib cage. You're just going to move nice and gently there. Everyone's a little sensitive here, which is because we just don't really mobilize this stuff very often. You can move side to side. You can make vertical passes as well. You're going to figure out what works best for you, what feels good. General rule of thumb, if it hurts so bad you can't breathe, that's too much pressure, so you take a little bit off. But it should have a feeling where you're like, yep, I'm kind of digging into the muscle and fascia there that encases the muscle. We're going to go for another 10 seconds, and we're going to switch sides. And go ahead and switch. Same thing on the other side. Arm extended. And we're going to spend another 20 seconds here on this side. Oh boy. Definitely tighter on the right. 10 seconds. Good, relax there. We're going to do our quads, so muscles at the front of our legs. We're going to kneel, transfer our weight onto the roller, use our hands to kind of stabilize, and we can move side to side. You can dig into one at a time. You can dig into them both at the same time. Depends on your sensitivity level. You're working all the way from the top of the knee up into where your hip flexors meet your hip. Now we're going to spend a minute here. I'm just going to let you kind of move as you feel necessary here. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Sometimes we can hold our breath when we're doing this stuff because it feels a little uncomfortable. You want to make sure you're breathing through it, and you can also move side to side. You could kick on it, so you could find something that feels tight. Kick here. That's going to move differently on the roller than rolling it would. Another 10 seconds. We'll do one more thing. I'm going to have you guys get into a half kneeling position. So one leg bent, foot on the ground, another trail leg behind. We've done these before. You're going to bring your hands to the inside of your body and just move gently side to side here and work on everything from the hamstring into the groin on this side, on the left side that I'm on. Just open the hip up. That's called a hip opener. Another 5 seconds. We're going to switch sides. Good. Let's go ahead and switch. Foot forward, knee bent, hands come to the inside. And we're just going to move gently side to side and open up that hip. breathe. We'll do another 10 seconds, and then you guys are done. Okay, that's everything for today. Great job, and thanks for coming, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.